Hey, it's Giacomo. Good morning, boys and girls. Day after election 2020? I don't know. Yes, this is the same sweatshirt I've worn last night when I was driving Uber and when I was voting yesterday. Sue me. It's a little colder than the Casa di Giacomo this morning. Um, I didn't want to turn the central heat on because I'm Jewish. And that crap cost me a lot of money last year. I'm like, nah, not happening this year, boys and girls. I do have two pocket gas heaters, so they're very, very efficient. They don't use a lot of gas when they're running, that is, of course. And the two of them together actually keep my living room and my bedroom very, very warm. That's all I really need. The kitchen, okay. At some point, like a little warmer in here, who knows? I've got the window open. See, both the cats are on the countertop. There's Woody. Where are you, Woody? And you gotta just go someplace I don't want you to go. Hey, boys and girls, guess what? Thank Yahweh for Amy Barrett. I don't remember her middle name. Is it Coney Barrett? Something like that. Because this one's going to the courts, and you and I know this right now. There's a reason why they were so adamant about, and Trump said it himself in his speech last night. There's a reason why they were so adamant about not filling, Saint Ruth's seat after her deathbed, request. Oh, please don't fill the court. I'm dying. Keep my seat open until after the election. Like that was ever a part of our law here when it comes to filling a court seat. Okay, little kitten, get off my sink. This one's going to the courts. It really is. And Trump said it last night. I'm sorry, a little mumbly right now. I have the coffee. You hear the coffee brewing in the background. There is a reason why they were so adamant about sending out, adamant, my favorite word this morning, sending out so many, not even absentee ballots, but mail-in ballots. And you've heard the stories, boys and girls. Hang on. Cat discipline. Come here, little jerk. Get off this counter. Get off. I'm hearing the stories about, improperly marked ballots being mailed out, pre-filled ballots, ballots that were sent to people that had died a while ago, again, unsolicited. Like, hey, I didn't ask for a mail-in ballot. I'm going to vote in person. And why on earth are they so adamant, my favorite word again, about not having in-person voting? So you can't freaking verify who the person is who sent in a piece of paper marked, Smoking Joe, Quid Pro Joe, You Ain't Black Joe Biden. Okay? When they get to counting all these paper ballots that have been mailed in, and praise Yahweh, the military, especially my brothers and sisters that are still in Afghanistan and Iraq, hopefully be coming back soon, and everybody else serving in overseas bases besides those, their ballots have always counted, except when the liberals don't want them to count. They tried that with Bush and Gore in 2000. They're going to try it this year as well. They'll probably start talking a bunch of mess about these ballots don't count because they came here. It's never been the way things are. They have found a way to abuse the mail-in voting system, which never was supposed to be a mail-in voting system. It was supposed to be absentee ballot. You request one by mail, or now by internet, of course. One of them comes back to you, printed with your name and all your voting information on it. You make your vote and you send it back in with the proper postmark, and it has to be received. Now, given the UPS's problems, the USPS, I should say, not UPS, there's no telling where a lot of these ballots are going to end up. And with a lot of, filthy fingers out there on both sides of the aisle, there's no telling where a lot of these mail-in ballots will end up, period, whether they'll make it to their destination or not. So all I can honestly say is, once again, thank Yah for Amy Coney Barrett. The court is full. There will be a massive court challenge. I've heard predictions even from Steven Crowder, one of my favorite YouTube celebrities, that we're not going to hear who's president until the end of the week, perhaps, or sometime next week. In the grand scheme of things, with what is it, 115, 120 million people in America eligible to vote, something of that number, and a bunch of ballots coming in from people who are not, for various reasons, like sneaking across my border and getting a social security number and a driver's license they don't deserve to have. Why do you think we're all so skeptical right now? With that many people voting, period, it's going to be really hard to count all of that. Even the paper ballot the electronic ballot that I filed yesterday, which, and again, Rabbi Trail, still I had not had the coffee yet. I thank Yahweh that the little podunk town that I live in actually had an electronic voting machine, which scanned my driver's license that I wasn't too poor to get or too stupid to get because of this skin color. And my vote was sanctified. My vote was pure. Nobody can say, well, this person didn't actually vote properly. No. It's the reason I got that real ID nonsense, which only Yahweh knows what's on that barcode. But obviously, it knew who I was. It knew my address. It knew it was a legitimate ID card. And I voted with my ID. So, sure, but you can't be in the video. Whatever. So, boys and girls, all we can really do right now is just pray. This is crazy town. And we're going to figure out who's driving our train here out of crazy town, whether or not it's going to be, the Trump train for another 4 years and we're going to prosper once again, or the Joe Biden train full of lies and deception, and if you're not black, you can't ride it. And that's something. Anyway, boys and girls, I'm Giacomo. There'll be more content to come. Let's pray, because only he sets up kings and deposes them. Shalom.